they're just going to go stand on the 10 right there.
Oh, is that what they're going to do? Okay. Where should we be?
Hey, Jeff.
Okay, so way down.
Where do you want us to go?
Stand right on the 10.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's boys soccer game between the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers and the Foxboro Warriors. Before we start tonight's game, we'd like to take this opportunity to honor our senior players who will be playing their last home regular season game tonight. First up, Casey Blair, accompanied by his mother Kelly and father Pete.
Stand right on the 10 right there.
Next, Cam Cass, accompanied by mother Katie and father Tim. Our next senior is Nick Esposito, accompanied by his mother Christine. Our next senior, Jack Francis Kelly, accompanied by his mother Jen and father Mark. Next is Brady Gardner, accompanied by his mother Michelle and father Bruce. Next up, senior Bobby Harrison, accompanied by his mother Marcia and father Bob. Our next senior, Hussein Kafel, accompanied by his mother Fatima and father Mo. Our next senior, Captain Ryan Kelly, accompanied by his mother Eileen and father Kevin. Next, Captain Sean McNamara, accompanied by his mother Kim and father Brian. Our next senior, Michael Moses, accompanied by mother Tricia and father George. Next is Captain Matt Rongione, accompanied by his mother Kathy and father Mike. And our last senior, Brano Silva, accompanied by his mother, Nilma.
Yeah, you off me?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, soccer fans. On behalf of Foxboro Cable Access, we're proud to bring you this late fall high school Hockomock Division boys soccer game with the Foxboro Warriors hosting North Attleboro, the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers. Good evening, this is Bruce Gardner. I may be joined along with some of the parents of 12 seniors who are recognized tonight. It's a great class of boys who've been together for a number of years, building from Foxboro Youth Soccer up through this, their senior year and final home game here at Foxboro High School. And it's the first senior night to be played here on the turf field. The tradition of having played at the Ahern gives way to a new tradition that these 12 seniors kick off senior night, last game of the regular season, here at Foxboro High School in the Sam Burns Community Field. Nothing quite like a night game under the lights. We've had rain the last few days. At the moment, it's not raining on the field. We hope that it doesn't start, but we're playing soccer one way or the other. It's been a great season for these Warriors. They're preparing to head into the playoffs after this game. And they finished up at the moment, depending on the final outcome tonight's game, in second place in their Davenport division, behind only these Red Rocketeers of North Attleboro. And the Rocketeers, they beat Foxboro earlier in the season 1-0, a very tight game, just what you'd expect from the number 1 and number 2 teams in the Davenport. So Foxboro's got an idea to get some revenge tonight. They cannot overtake North Attleboro in the standings, but they can stay ahead of Canton, who's 1 point behind. The Warriors are led by Joe Franchino. Coach Franchino's done a nice job with this team. We'll tell you about the progress through the season, the record. We'll give you more color about the team as we go on. But it's an exciting night of soccer, and Coach has started by putting out a new lineup tonight. He's got all the seniors playing, and I think that's a great tribute by the coach to this group of fine young men. JVs played earlier today. The North Attleboro squad just getting past Foxboro 3-2. And now we've got under the lights soccer. A lot of fun for these guys. North Attleboro comes into this game with a division record of 9 wins, 1 loss, 5 ties, and a total record of 10 wins, 1 loss, 5 ties. So 23 points in the division. Foxboro right behind them at 8 wins, 4 losses, 3 ties for 19 points and an overall record of 10, 4, and 3. So very tight. We expect a tight game tonight, and we're underway. Foxboro kicking off, playing the ball back. Cam Cass looking up the right side for Mike Moses. And a takedown by Cass will give North Attleboro a free kick. Keeper Breno Silva, backup keeper Breno Silva gets the start in net. And full-time keeper, normal starting keeper Bobby Harrison, a rare start up top for these Warriors. Ball's played in. Nice play there by Cass to clear it out of trouble, but we'll give up a North Attleboro corner. Nice group of fans on hand tonight. Nice recognition for the parents. Special night for all of us senior parents, having watched our boys play together for a number of years. Ball's played in by North Attleboro, near post. Put away by Foxboro and cleared out of trouble. There's Harrison getting the first touch up top.
Timeout, ref, timeout.
And Coach Franchino with a very quick timeout, 1 minute and 15 seconds into the game. We've seen Coach do this before. I think it was the game at Milford. The Warriors did something Coach noticed. He's done a nice job this year bringing them along and making adjustments. He's made a key adjustment in the formation midway through the season that sent these Warriors on a 6-game unbeaten streak. In fact, they entered tonight's contest with that 6-game unbeaten streak. It's been a strong second half of the season, and it's allowed the Warriors to get up to that second-place position. They await their seeding in the tournament, but the higher they finish here, obviously the better for their seeding. So strong second half of the season. They had 5 straight wins, and just the other night, 2 nights ago, our last game, they tied Canton 1-1 in a game where they dominated the second half with the wind and easily could have put several balls in the back of the net. Came out with a draw, but they remain unbeaten in the last 6.
Come on, boys, hop.
And we'll see what they can do here tonight. I see the change Coach has made. He's pulled Harrison off the field, gave Bobby a taste of being on the field, gave him the honor of being introduced as a senior. But he's a keeper, as we talked about. And we've got Shane Vandenboom into the game. We've also got Dylan Barrera into the game. So I think we may have seen Nick Esposito come off as well. It's a head ball by Hussein Kafel, just missing. Coach has made wholesale changes. I didn't see until now. We've got our normal defense now in the back. We've got Will Regan in for Brady Gardner at the left back. We've got Matt Rongione at the center back, and Matt Garcia in for Casey Blair at the right back. Nick Beagle's into the center midfield. Joe Cusack in the center midfield as well. So a nice honor by the coach to get the seniors in, and now Foxboro's ready to go with their standard lineup at this point. Matt Garcia looking to distribute up the right side. Finds Cam Cass, who's activated up the middle. give and go with Shane Vandenboom. Doesn't quite connect. Long throw in by North Attleboro. Ryan Kelly wins ahead. He's done that all season long. Strong central midfielder for Foxboro. Now North Attleboro's trying the right side. Caffell forces an errant pass. Cusack picks it up. Finds Regan open. Up to Caffell, little touch. Cusack. Looking middle for Beagle, doesn't quite connect. Cusack again. Joe's little, but he does a nice job filling up that space. Here's Matt Garcia, back right corner, puts a long ball through. I think Vandenboom got a little flick on it. Barrera trying to win the race to the keeper, but he comes to the top of his box and cleans it up. Dylan Barrera and Shane Vandenboom have combined nicely this season. Recorded a number of the Warrior goals. Garcia brings it out of the air. Cusack settles, back to Garcia. That doesn't work. Regan turns it back. And a chip shot over the top. And there's Bobby Harrison back where he belongs, right in the net. So a quick change by coach. He recognizes the importance of this game. Wants to keep that unbeaten streak alive. Wants to keep that second place position of the Davenport. Vandenboom looking for space. Closed down quickly by the Red Rocketeers. Talked to coach before the game. He was disappointed with that Canton outcome. He knew they could have gotten an extra point in that one. Canton only 1 point behind Foxboro in the standings in third place. Foxboro in second place, so coach is quick to get his normal lineup out there. Try to continue the momentum that I mentioned that Foxboro's had for the last 6 games. Here's a chance down the left side, trying to ball toward the middle. Regan there, able to keep it away from the Attleboro player. A little dangerous for the minute with Bobby Harrison coming out aggressively, as Bobby always does. Good aggressive keeper. But Regan got it out of trouble and did not give up the corner. So it's a Rocketeer throw-in. Flicked on towards the center. Ryan Kelly back to clean it up. Finds Vandenboom up top, just a little wide. Matt Rongione back there. Matt's done a real nice job the second half of this season filling in for an injured Sean McNamara. Sean's patrolled that sweeper center back position for several years for the Warriors. Tough injury for Sean. Disappointing, I know, at Attleboro midway through the season. But credit people like Matt Rongione, Will Regan, Cam Cass, Brian Gardner. A number of boys have filled in the back and played steady and kept the winning streak alive here for Foxboro. There's Regan on the head. Cusack finds it to Beagle. Nicks out wide and finds, that's Cass nicely. Can't quite handle it. Change of place, over to Caffell. Finds Regan. Cusack. Foxboro showing a little possession now, Rongione. Trying to ball in. Barrera with a nice flick. Chance for Cass. Into the box. Here's a cross. Just wide, and Vandenboom just missed a little touch. All he needed is a little redirect there. And that's been the story of Foxboro's season. When they score, they are very difficult to beat. When they can't quite finish those chances, as was the case the other night in the 1-1 draw with Canton, then they're more at risk. So we'll follow that tonight, see if they can put those chances away. Rongione on the ball. Up the right side. Out of play. New tradition here on the Sam Burns Community Turf Field. It's nice to keep these high school events at the high school. None of these seniors seem to complain about not following the Foxboro boys soccer tradition of having their senior night over at the Ahern on grass, but they've played the whole season here. They've got a lot of fans here. Nice for them, this big group of seniors, to have this honor of this first year of the new tradition of senior night at the turf. Will Regan intercepts the through ball. Long chance by number 10 of the Rocketeers, but not in the direction of the goal. The player to watch in red is number 8, Gabe Pinhankos. He's a senior midfielder, one of the better players in the league this year. Is Vandenboom down the left side. Well intercepted by the center back. Gabe's got a captain's armband on his left arm as he heads back into the midfield. I'm sure the Warriors will keep a close eye on number 8 in red. So Dylan Barrera is going to take this corner. The Warriors have several set plays off the corner. Let's see if they try one here. No, traditional kick. Nice ball. Caffell ranged high in the air for it. Got the head on it, couldn't get it on goal. Nice work, though, by Hussein. Hussein's really brought a lot of toughness to the team this year after missing first four games of the season. Here's the replay. Barrera does all the set pieces for the Warriors, just over the keeper's hands. Beautifully played ball. Keeper was out of position, just couldn't head that down. Nice job, Dylan Barrera. Sophomore, Dylan Barrera. McBeagle on the head, back. Barrera's got it. Looking for Caffell again, doesn't quite work. Caffell's pressuring the ball. And North Attleboro has to play it out of bounds. Don't think these Warriors don't remember that tough 1-0 loss at North Attleboro, the one other time these two teams faced each other. Shane Vandenboom on the ball, looking for Cusack. Touch back, can't quite connect with Beagle. And now counter. Garcia gets in the way. Scrappy Matt Garcia. Foxboro getting numbers back. Garcia did a good job slowing down that attack. Regan had ball up to Kelly. Beagle. Rangione. If you haven't watched high school soccer before, if you watch closely, it's a very physical game. People think of football as a physical game, but the refs will let these boys play. They'll bang shoulders if the arms are down, if there's not a trip. He lets them use the body to shield the ball. And the good varsity players know just how to do that to keep possession. Caffell now. Looking for Vandenboom, a little bit behind Shane's run. Beagle ranges through the midfield with a high head. Nick brings good size there. Barrera's trying to get it under control, just outside the box. Kelly finds it, little flick. Good idea, little strong, in on the keeper. Looking for Vandenboom. North Attleboro will play it out of the back, up the left side. Forward's got a step on Matt Garcia, but Matt Rangione gets over there. Cuts it off. Garcia goes to the middle in Rangione's spot, and Rangione takes the ball away. Smartly done by the senior captain, co-captain, along with Ryan Kelly and Sean McNamara. And now back the other way with speed, Shane Vandenboom being shielded off the ball. There's an example of some of that physical I was talking about. Body's bumping, but no foul. North Attleboro does a nice job shielding the ball, and they'll get to take a goal kick out of there. This year's 2017 Warriors feature the lowest goals against in their division in the Davenport. They average less than 1 goal given up per game. This group of boys has been a strong defensive group. These seniors especially, and now adding in these juniors. Strong defensive group, and as I mentioned, the game's going to come down to who can finish the chances. If you look at the entire Hockomock League, the Kelly Rex division and the Davenport division, across the entire Hockomock League, those 14 goals against that Foxboro's given up, only the second fewest goals in the league. The only one in front of them in that category is Oliver Ames, the first place team in the Kelly Rex division. So great tribute to this team and their defensive work. Okay, that set play by the Rocketeers was not trouble. Fox were able to contain it and now going the other way. Dylan Barrera giving chase into the corner. Very clever play by Dylan, knocks it off the on-rushing defender. which earns him another corner kick. Just about 12 and a half minutes into this one. We play 40-minute halves. Here's that play by Dylan. Stops it before the end line, just taps it off the other guy. Very, very smart player, Dylan Barrera. Ball in play. Headed out by North Attleboro. Regan defending. Foot race. North Attleboro gets the touch. Just out of bounds. Good defense, Will Regan. Here's Cusack. Back to Rangione. Finds Regan. Cusack. Up to Kelly. Kelly finds Barrera. Barrera's looking at Cass. He brings it back. Beagle trying a left foot chance. Blocked. Lost a little bit of the pace on that attack and that ball coming back into the middle. Ryan Kelly wins back over to Cusack. Looking for Kelly. Regan. Matt Rangione will keep it in and take a look. He's got time. Nice play by Vandenboom back to Caffell. Caffell can't find an opening. Cusack finds Cass again. Gives a chance to Cusack, puts a shot on net. Nice possession by the Warriors. Regan forces the play. Can't get the ball. Caffell comes back and covers nicely for his left side mate. Back to Regan. Finds Beagle. And now they're switching the field. Cass with a little bump. Nick Beagle back in charge. Dylan Barrera does a nice play to dummy the ball. Ryan Kelly walks in. Keeper comes out aggressively, makes a save. Best chance yet for Foxboro. Beagle's back to Regan, up to Cass. Matt Garcia touches it back to his keeper. If he touches it back with his head, Bobby can pick it up. If he plays it back with his foot, Bobby's got to kick it. Punt by Harrison. Ooh, Cass played off the ball a little too physically there. Good example of when it gets a little too strong. Foxboro take the kick. Dylan Barrera is on the set play. Barrera's looking to put the ball into the box. Great chance there. Ryan Kelly, one of the workhorses on this team. Nick. Nice ball in. Look at Ryan's head. Here he comes. Just wide. Keep an eye on Foxboro's number 8. I talked about the Red Rocketeers number 8, but he doesn't give anything away to Foxboro's number 8. Co-captain Ryan Kelly, strong season for the Warriors. Up in the air, Nick Beagle doesn't quite get it. Red's got the possession. And the speed coming through the middle. Cut back. Garcia gets a nice foot on the ball to break up that play. Joe Cusack looking for Ryan Kelly. Back to Cusack. Now he's going to get Cass running the right side. Miss hit by Regan, but nice recovery. And now here goes Red down the side, and that's a little strong. 24 players on this Foxboro roster. Big roster, 2 teams in Foxboro High School soccer this year. A varsity, a JV, no freshman team, so pretty big rosters on both sides. Warriors feature the 12 seniors we highlighted at the beginning of the broadcast. In addition, they have 10 juniors. So this is a fairly old, seasoned, mature team for Coach, and the record shows. Regan steps in front of that one and wins it. Here's Panenkos putting a good ball down into the corner. Crossed by Red Rocketeers. No problem for Bobby Harrison. And Harrison with the punt back upfield. Time for Cass to settle and look. Cusack, the playmaker. Cass. Top of the box, out wide to Shane Vandenboom, puts the ball through. Defended well by North. But Foxboro regains possession. Over to Cass in the corner. And he earns another Foxboro corner kick. I was going to say, I think the possession at this point favors Foxboro. 19 minutes into the game, and the fact that they've had 3 corners is testament to that. Dylan Barrera over the ball once again. Top of the box, headed out by North. Cass gets there first. Beagle can't connect. And played out of danger. 3 defenders back for Foxboro. 1 Attleboro attacker. And Attleboro gets the throw. Joe Cusack on the ball again. Finds Beagle. Nick Beagle back to Cusack. Up into the right corner, but that's not going to connect. Be a goal kick North. So 12 seniors, 10 juniors on the 24-man roster for Coach Franchino, including 2 goalies. 1 player who's been injured all season, Dan Lowy, good teammate, coming every game to support the team. Mentioned McNamara's injury that's kept him out the second half of the season. Billy Ozone also with an injury, so it narrows Coach's bench a bit. But obviously enough players and enough age in his players that he's got depth here. Okay, Beagle skies and wins another header. Up to Cusack, up to Kelly, up to Barrera, working up the chain here. Nice little touch by Cusack, finds Caffell. He's looking Barrera, doesn't quite work. Rangione. Cusack to Beagle. Nice tackle by the North player. But Cusack intercepts that, maintains possession for the Warriors. Caffell, nice ball, nice thought. Couldn't quite get it on the angle he wanted to find Shane Vandenboom, and it rolls directly in on the keeper. Matt Rangione on the back of Gabe Panankos, so that'll be a North Attleboro kick. Obviously, any set plays like that, any fouls, regardless of where they are on the half of the field, the team with the kick can reach it in with their leg into the danger area, into the box. So any of these set plays are definitely dangerous and need special attention. That one was a little too easy for Bobby Harrison, but Foxboro will certainly take that. Just coming up on the midway point here of the first half. Hockomock soccer. Beagle to Cusack to Rangione. Tough ball for Hussein. Gets enough on it that Shane can run over and get in the play. He taps it in deep to a defender who knocks it out. Foxborough would love to cash in on this early possession advantage, especially after that tough finishing game against Canton. Working hard, more chances. See if they can pot one here in the first half. Nice play by Cusack, good read. Ryan Kelly ganging up on the 1 North Attleboro midfielder. Over to Cass on the right side, looking for Kelly. Into the corner for Barrera. He chases it down, one nice touch. Can't quite beat the keeper to the spot. Matt Garcia wins the ball now. Taken back by North Attleboro. Looking up the middle, Nick Beagle falling back into coverage nicely. Garcia back with the ball on his foot, back away. Back and forth it goes right around Matt Garcia. Junior Matt Garcia has played a great right back for Coach Franchino this season. We got a takedown there on the right side. North with a strong foul on Cam Cass's ankles. And he's going to have to come off, I think. Gas with a head of steam. Yeah, that's a physical foul.
How do they get a stop?
So Mike Moses will come in for Cam Cass. He'll run the right wing. Yeah, that's a yellow card for number 38 there. And that's a good call. That's a little too physical a foul, a little too dangerous a foul. Hurt a player potentially like that. Ball's played in by Barrera, but it's headed out. That's Joe Hilf, a forward for North Attleboro with that yellow card. So that's his first warning. Another one, and he would be kicked out of the game. Nick Moses right into the action here, combining with Nick Beagle. Beagle looking for a left foot strike. Just sailed wide. Nice ball there. Nice left foot, Nick. So we got Barrera and Vandenboom up top. Ryan Kelly attacking mid. Got Caffell, Cusack, Beagle, and Moses across the midfield. And Garcia, Rangioni, and Regan in the back. That's a 3-5-2 formation coming up from the back. I mentioned earlier that Coach Franchino made a key switch during the season. He went from a flat 4 in the back with 4 midfielders and 2 forwards to a 3 in the back, 5 in the middle, 2 forwards. Moved one guy up into the midfield, in other words, and that's allowed Foxboro to get a little more regular offense. Now we got an Attleboro kick. Foxboro falling in to defend its top of the box. Played in. Garcia was going to head it, hurt his keeper, call him off it. Bobby with the catch and the punt. And now Foxboro tries to counter. Thwarted by the Red Rocketeers. Hopefully Cam Cass is all right. Shake off that that ankle injury. Ball's cleared out of danger by Matt Rangioni. It'll be a North Attleboro throw and a North Attleboro substitution coming on the field. North Attleboro clinched the division in their last contest. They and Foxboro were both playing to see if this would be a title game tonight. But when Foxboro tied Canton and North Attleboro beat Milford, that locked up the division for the Red Rocketeers. And now Foxboro hopes to lock up second place tonight with a victory here. Garcia with the long throw in, finds Vandenboom to Moses. Puts it down into the corner. Barrera's trying to get there. And North Attleboro knocks it out, so Garcia will take another throw. Long throw by Garcia, flicked on by Vandenboom. Dangerous spot. Caffell couldn't quite get it around the defender. And North Attleboro is able to break. Rangioni puts that back into Foxboro offensive end. Knocked out by North. Foxboro needs to put one in now. They've worked real hard so far this half. Definitely have had the advantage at this point. Need a finish. Garcia with the throw. Ooh, interesting call here. Vandenboom at the top of the box. I think he was held. Officials saw it. Awards Foxboro a direct kick from a very dangerous spot on the field, just outside. the North Attleboro box. Good opportunity here with 13 to play in the first half. Dylan Barrera and Matt Rangione over the ball. Matt's got the left foot bender. Dylan's got the right foot bender. We'll see which one they opt for. As Foxboro will crash far post, it's going to be Rangione. And I just got under that one. Too bad. Good opportunity there for Foxboro. They'll fall back into position. 36 goals for on the season for the Warriors. 14, I mentioned, 14 goals against, second best in the entire Hawk. Warriors had a big lopsided win earlier in the season, 8-0 against Stoughton. That helps pad that number of goals for. But the 36 goals for actually leads the Davenport. So Foxboro with the most goals for and the fewest goals against. Good recipe. Okay, number 9 on the ball. Puts it in play. Dangerous. Rangione up for it. Couldn't get it. Attleboro ball. Couldn't quite finish, but you don't like to give up a good quality shot there. Foxboro will gladly take the goal kick and recover from that position. Harrison on the goal kick. Kelly knocks it over to Moses. Barrera with a really cheeky move. Ryan Kelly with a chance. Really nicely played, Dylan Barrera. Kelly making a great run, just couldn't get the shot away from the keeper. Out on his angle. Some real emotion coming out of the North Attleboro coach. Not happy with the player who was supposed to be covering Ryan Kelly on that play. Nick Beagle back up into the middle. Shane Vandenboom back to Beagle. Beagle looks middle again. Clogged up. Coming out to the left side. Garcia can't win that. Cusack can. Rangione. Kelly. Over to Beagle. Beagle's got his head up, looking for a teammate. Trying to slow it down and find Regan. There he is. Will Regan looking. Can't quite get it across, and now it's stolen by North Attleboro. Regan contested. Rangione to the rescue. Senior co-captain Matt Rangione. Tracking down the left side. Pushed off the ball. No call. Regan. Kelly. Kelly had dropped back to cover for his fellow co-captain, Cusack. Beagle going to try the right side. Good movement. Good ball movement. Side to side here. Moses can't get it past the defender, but he knocks it out of bounds. And Garcia with the throw. Off of Vandenboom. He settles it. Barrera right behind him. One touch. And two touch. And the referee argues off of North Attleboro, so Dylan Barrera will take another corner kick. Time for Foxboro to put one of these away. Everybody up into the box except for 2 Foxboro players. Mike Moses getting ahead on the ball. Down to the keeper's feet. There's Foxboro's shot earlier. Ryan Kelly didn't have a real good look. He had a defender closing on him, but that was a great ball put through and a good solid strike. Well read by the keeper. Great replays from our Foxboro Cable crack team in the truck. Scott Daniels at the controls. Master Mike Weber overseeing everything we do here. Bringing you all sorts of Foxboro high school sports this fall. Matt Garcia serves one in. Deflected away. But Will Regan's in good position. Beagle. Kelly. Cusack, nice ball back into the left. Fell running on. Defender can't do anything. So here comes Will Regan up from his back position. Let Hussein and Vanden Boom and the group of boys get in front of the net. Regan from the far corner. Can't get it over the North Attleboro player. Rangioni. Kelly. Boom. Cusack with a chip. Kelly was trying to sneak in behind the D. Vanden Boom quickly back into position. Cusack intercepts. Here's Vanden Boom. Over to Caffell. Cusack. Got Moses wide open if they can find him. Elects Beagle. Beagle back opposite post. Can't quite get it. Regan. Hard on the ball. Ball on net. Score shot to back Will Regan. 7 to play in the first half. No score. North Attleboro at Foxboro. Matt Rangioni nicely escapes the attacker on his back. Gets it up to Cusack. But North Attleboro takes over possession, plays it back to their back line, stretching the field. Coming all the way across to this right side. Here's Caffell.
Good work, Dylan. Good work, White. Well done, White.
You can hear Coach Franchino yelling out encouragement to his team. Likes what he sees.
Big time. Way to read that, kid.
Regan finds a slippery ball for the throw-in. Puts one up to Caffell. Dylan Barrera, aggressive. Can't win the throw. Red throw coming out. Beagle skies upward. Shane Vanden Boom out to Moses. Looking back for Boom, doesn't connect. Shane's the leading scorer on the Foxboro squad. Here he is again. Give up to North Attleboro, but Garcia steps in the way. And again, into the corner, and now looking for the cross. Can't quite get enough on it. Falls right to Mike Moses. Gives it over to Kelly. Caffell. Good chances. North Attleboro gives it right back to Foxboro's Nick Beagle. Looks around, settles it nicely down to Will Regan. Back to Beagle. Beagle looks for Garcia. Garcia finds Moses. And unfortunately goes off his foot and out of bounds. Long throw, Garcia reads, intercepts.
Yeah, see him here, Will.
North plays it in. Regan gets a foot back out off of it. Beagle. Nice bodies, nice number of bodies back there for Foxboro. Barrera all the way back into his half of the field to help set up Will Regan. And now Barrera's taken off if they can find him. Cusack looking. Caffell coming up the middle now with space. Got a trailer. Cuts it to the middle. Intercepted. Ryan Kelly takes it off a North Attleboro foot and gets it to Regan. To Beagle. To Kelly. And back to North. Well, Regan plays it up to teammate Hussein Caffell. Off his hand, but they let it go. Arm, I should say. Ranji's got the ball. Caffell, Barrera, can't quite get enough on that give and go. Regan backpedaling, in position, good effort. Kelly, Cusack's calling for the ball. North Attleboro with some dipsy-do, and unfortunately Matt Rongione has to take him down. Take down Pinhenko, so that's another opportunity. Red Rocketeer coach would like a yellow card on Matt Rongione there. Not going to get it. A little aggressive in the back, but I don't think it's card worthy. Norris, number 9 on the ball, puts it up. Foxboro wins ahead. Moses can't get a good foot on it, but Garcia does. That was Ryan Pasquale for North Attleboro putting that ball in on Foxboro. Regan's in a race in his corner. Bangs it off the North Attleboro player. Gives Foxboro the goal kick. Joe Hilf back on the field now for North Attleboro, wins ahead. Rongione shields it nicely to win the throw for Foxboro. Ball's in the middle. Garcia finds a head on it. Cusack with a flick. Garcia coming with pace. Well defended. But Kelly finds Garcia and Foxboro continues. Cusack looking for Moses, but he was offsides and came back to receive that, so that'll be a kick for North Attleboro. Under 2 minutes now in the first half, no score here at the Sam Burns Community Field. This battle of number 1 versus number 2, final regular season game before both of these teams will head into the tournament. Joe Cusack wins the head. Moses has time, surveys the field, looks around, tries to get it in over the middle, but can't. Shane Vandenboom wins it, but gives it back. And here comes North on an attack. They've got a runner on Regan's side. It's Hilf. Regan, well done. Kept his angle the whole time, didn't fall for the fake. Intercepted and looks for Dylan Barrera in the corner. Barrera can't quite get there, but nicely played by Regan. North Attleboro goal kick coming out. And the half. So no score through 40 minutes of play. Foxboro with the definite territorial advantage, certainly the corner kick advantage, certainly the shot advantage, and looking to get back on the scoring way from their last 6 games where they've been able to notch a number of goals until last week against Canton, last game against Canton, and now this first half. Hopefully the second half brings them some chances to finish it off, but they're playing well here on a great October night for high school soccer. North Attleboro at Foxboro, back for the second half. No score in this one. Final regular season game of the season. And North Attleboro with a quick opportunity wide of Bobby Harrison. I'm joined this half by Foxboro Warrior and soccer alum Pete Blair. Pete, thanks for joining the broadcast.
It's a nice night for soccer. A little chilly.
Pete and I have been doing this for a few years. I remember one of our first broadcasts was at Gillette Stadium, Pete, when the boys had a chance to play back there.
That was a couple years ago.
team's come a long way. Back then, it was mostly freshmen and sophomores. This year's a lot of seniors and a couple of juniors. More experience on this year's team.
Warriors now with their first possession in the North Attleboro zone this half. Be interesting to see if there are any comments either of the coaches made to spur on their squads here in the second half. It looks to me like the same lineup for Foxboro that finished the first half. Nick Beagle looking for space, finds Cusack, into Kelly, little flick on, Vandenboom. Great opportunity for Ryan Kelly. Handball? You call it handball, maybe?
Not sure what that was.
Ryan flew in over the top, and it's going to be a North Attleboro kick. Good opportunity for Foxboro.
It's been a lot of possession, great possession game, but just not enough shots on goal. Really for either team. There's been very little testing of either goalie so far, at least in the first half.
So North will put it back into play. Matt Rongione winning the ball up to Cusack. Finds Caffell on the left side. North takes possession, slows it down, pulls it over to the left. Finds her forward. But Garcia reads it well and finds Cass up his side. Now Panenkos is on the ball. Rongione with the read. Beagle helps, looking for Kelly. Pulls it back. Cusack surveying the field. Pete, I was talking during the first half. I think we definitely had the territorial advantage.
Oh, definitely.
And just couldn't find the finish. Attleboro throw, but Rongione cleans that up and finds Vandenboom. Looks over to the right for Cass. Serves it back to the middle for Cusack. Can they get a chance here? Back to Cusack, top of the box. Caffell tries to knock it in, blocked. Pete, to your point, a lot of blocks by North Attleboro, not as many shots getting through.
Yeah, it's been tight back there.
High speed down the right side now. Will Regan in a foot race. It's a nice play by Will. Caffell now chasing. Ball played in.
Oh,
Harrison one hand on it in a race.
can't get a handle on it.
Ball's underneath him. But the ref has a kick coming out. It's a foul on North Attleboro. North Attleboro coach doesn't like that one, huh, Pete?
He does not, but the goalie is sort of a protected position. A bit like the quarterback in football.
Harrison's out of net here. A little dangerous at the moment. Rongione once again, solid in the center. Dylan Barrera a little physical there. Player in the back. Game's going to get a little chippier this half, I think.
Yeah, the North Attleboro assistant's calling for a yellow card, but he's not going to get it off of that.
Ball's chipped in towards Harrison. He's way up near the top of his box. Bobby rules the air pretty effectively with his height and his air game. And he's going to roll it out to an open Garcia. Looking right side. Over the top of Barrera into Shane Vandenboom. Kelly fighting hard. A little back and forth play here by both squads.
End to end. I got the North Attleboro goalie taking his time, surveying the field.
Well, in the first game that these two teams faced off each other, I mentioned it was a 1-0 win for North Attleboro, but the goal came very late. There were opportunities for North Attleboro. In that one, they actually had the better chances in the first half, but they scored on a late goal. It could be the same kind of game, but here's a chance for Foxboro. Cusack, they had offsides. Caffell up to Vandenboom to Cusack. Not sure who was offsides, but good chance there.
Yeah, really nice movement.
So it was a late goal in the first game that gave North Attleboro the win. It was a through ball through the 4 in the back for Foxboro. Looks like one could decide it here again tonight. Cam Cass, nice play back to Cusack to Kelly. Up into the corner, Barrera. Looking for a call, but doesn't get it. Cusack stays on the ball. Cam Cass back in the game. Good to see Cam back after the first half injury. Garcia intercept. Beagle finds Caffell off to his left. Chip shot in. Can't quite get it over the head of the defender. And Foxboro has North Attleboro on their heels a little.
Caffell's taking a big run on this one. He's going to try and put it in like it's a corner kick.
Ball's played back to Hussein. Low ball, nice. Cusack, little touch. And Foxboro offsides again. The fans in the far corner don't like it, but I suspect North is playing a little trap there.
Yeah, it's definitely caught on the trap. They pulled right out, but they weren't talking about it, so Foxboro got caught napping on that one. Usually you'll hear the team yelling up, 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 move up. And that kind of they just all slid up together.
Deep ball played forward. Nick Beal ranging back nicely to help his defenders. To Cass, to Barrera. Barrera had a number of nice moves in the first half. See if Dylan can trigger something here in the second. Caffell gives one up though, and here comes North. Playing it out to the right side, but Hussein Caffell's back there. Foot race, has time now to collect. Shane Vanderboom comes back. It's a great flick. Cass looks like a man possessed this half, Pete. I think he was sorry to go off in the first half. Vanderboom looking for Caffell, working back up the left side. Doesn't quite connect. Nick Beagle looking up the left side again. Nobody home. North chips it up, but Regan reads that and intercepts. Foxboro back line very aggressive. When they can step in on the play, they'll do so, even though there's only 3 of them back there. They have faith in their ability and trust in their teammates. Ryan Kelly now with space. Plays a ball looking for Shane Vanderboom. Just a little extra on that. About 10 minutes in, 9 minutes in here in the second half.
I have 2 bars on the center.
Both teams still looking for the first strike. Playoff teams and seedings undetermined so far. Both squads are going to have to wait and see when the seedings come out. We don't anticipate the first game to be at the earliest till next Friday. So that'll give both teams a chance to work on a few things, have a good week of practice, and head into the tournament rested, healthy,
Yeah,
ready to go.
They get a few kids back from injury.
Eagle finds Ryan Kelly. Looks up for Vandenboom, trying to capitalize on his speed. North is really clogging that. Foxboro may have to get a goal coming from the outside because every time they get down the middle, there's a lot of North Attleboro bodies there. Will Regan nicely done around Josh Rodriguez for North Attleboro. He's bringing a lot of speed in the right forward side for North. But Regan's up to the task. Now Joe Cusack coming through the mid. Over to Cam Cass. Barrera's making a run. Puts it in behind Barrera. Anybody there? Ball snuck out to Joe Cusack, but not on target. Pete, the Sam Burns Community Field wasn't here when you played for the Warriors.
No, this was a big pile of nothing. Beautiful facility that we have now, and nice to have lights the last couple of years. And
I was talking earlier, the senior class will be the first class that had their senior night at the turf field. The 12 seniors, including your son and mine, honored before the game. A lot of guys who've played a lot of years at youth soccer and then high school soccer together. Hopefully they make a long run into the tournament. All right, ball's up the right side now for North. A little more even so far this half, I think, than it was in the first half, although we have not really seen Bobby Harrison be tested yet. We have seen Foxboro with 3 or 4 corners in the first half. And some decent opportunities. Ryan Kelly with one earlier. Cam Cass now into the right corner. Can't quite handle the ball. Be a North Attleboro kick coming out.
yeah, the wind just kicked up and just added that little extra.
Lucky so far after a couple of days of rain, some of it pouring this afternoon. We've been fortunate tonight to play fairly rain-free soccer.
My hands are cold.
All right, Beagle collects it in midfield. Foxboro's had good midfield play tonight, winning a lot of balls out of the air. Cusack on the ground to Kelly. Kelly looking for an oncoming Caffell, doesn't quite connect. Knocked out though North Attleboro, and it sneaks out on the corner kick side of the flag. So here comes Dylan Barrera. See a nice view in the background of all the fans collected here tonight for senior night. A lot of them wishing these seniors their final regular season home game. Want to do it with a victory. Let's see if number 10 can get the ball into a dangerous spot. Was one cleanly out of the air by a North Attleboro defender right to the foot of Shane Vandenboom. Tried a left footer and just went over. Couldn't ask for it to come out better on your foot, could you? There's the replay. Ball came in, one out right to Vandenboom. Left foot attempt. Just a bit out.
Yeah, just closer than it looked.
"13 minutes in here in the second half. 27 left to play. Matt Garcia on the ball. It's coming to us, Pete.
Right at us.
So that'll be a North throw.
This kid's got a cannon.
Steady Rangione. Very steady filling in for the injured McNamara. Eagles back there. Nice to have Nick's height in the back line. Will Regan's watching the far post. There's Regan right on cue. Dangerous play here. Ball kind of rolled across about 15 yards on top of the Foxboro box.
That's one of the best looks that North has had this half.
It's true. North's number 10, James Sales, couldn't quite pull that one down. Got a good strike, but we have not seen a lot of strikes to a corner yet. We've seen a number of shots, but we haven't seen shots that have really tested either keeper, as you talked about earlier, Pete. Matt Garcia coming back upfield. Beagle wins that header. Finds Barrera, showing for him. Cusack's looking up. He's got Ryan Kelly running up the middle. Opts to cut it back to Beagle, who's got a ton of space. Caffell over on the left, finds him there. And Caffell can't quite give it back to a teammate. And now numbers for North Attleboro. Rangione's got 2 players. Garcia's hustling to get back in the play. Cut back there. Rangione working hard. Good recovery by Rangione. Looked for a minute like he was going to be beat on the cutback. Regan was there to help, but Rangi cleaned it up.
Yeah, Matt's been tough. He's been tough all year. I think he's been one of the better players on the team. The coaches relied on him to go to different positions. He's playing basically sweeper tonight.
Well, it's a phantom foul on Foxboro, so being a North Attleboro throw coming out. Yeah, I was talking about that in the first half, Pete. I think the captains, Rangione and Kelly, the captains have been on the field. We know, of course, McNamara is a captain as well, but Rangione and Kelly have both been workhorses on this team. Gotten a lot of support from the players around them, but I think they've been Foxboro's top 2. Back and forth they go this half. North Attleboro on the run now. Kelly's in chase, but he's beaten. Regan steps in, but they dish it out wide. Careful, careful, Ryan Kelly. Takes a player down in the box and gets away with it.
You got all ball, but it was close. North bench is not happy.
Joe Cusack working hard, finds Garcia. Back to Cusack, nice look. Cusack finds Barrera, who shows nicely. Cusack. Barrera. Trying to get it through the middle, can't quite do it.
Muscled off the ball.
Beagle steps in and wins it back. Here comes the Beagle. Maybe that's an equalizer. Oh, nope, there's the call. Waiting to see who gained possession, I guess. Nick Beagle taken down. Quality opportunity here for Foxboro with 23 to go. Here's the play coming through the middle. Nice play by Kelly into Beagle. No question he's tripped. Vandenboom got the ball, so they delayed on the whistle, but once North got the possession, they made the call. And now we got Barrera setting up over the ball. Let's see if Dylan can find a corner here. And he's going to make a change and let Caffell take a rip at it. See what the senior can do. Well struck, little bend, but not too challenging for the keeper.
No, right there, he just had to put his hands up.
Will Regan with the backwards header. Beagle back to help out his teammates. Ron Gioni with the ball, a little wind breeze picking up in the headsets. Cusack chasing back, a little miscommunication with Regan. I think he got more of Cusack than the ball. And we got Mike Moses coming back in for Cam Cass. Joey Cusack limping around a little bit, trying to fight it off. Caffell skies high to get ahead on it. Kelly with a bump. A little too aggressive a bump. So an earlier attempt from outside the box for Foxboro, and now North Attleboro get one. Here's the challenge by Ryan. Yeah, he got him pretty good. When you see that arm come up and that shoulder go into him and the guy go flying, it's probably a legitimate call.
Yeah, he played the body before he played the ball.
So Harrison in net, eyeing this one closely. Foxboro's got a two-man wall, everybody else in coverage. Step over the ball, here's the play up and over. Out comes Bobby. And he gets tripped. I don't think intentionally necessarily, but that's not a good sign.
No, he does not look happy. Looks like it might be an ankle.
Ball played in, over the top. North running on. Yeah, he kicked Bobby as he was making the catch. That could easily be a card. Maybe he is. I see the referee writing down some numbers.
Bobby's still in pain. Definitely walking around gingerly on that ankle.
Yeah, he's had a great season. I talked earlier in the first half about the strong defensive effort by this team, leading their league in goals against, and certainly a big part of that has been keeper Bobby Harrison. He has not faced a tremendous amount of shots with that strong defense that's in front of him, but boy, when he's needed to be there, he has been. So strong season by Bobby Harrison, and the Foxboro guys do not want to see him go down as they get ready for the tournament. Now Regan's in chase. Beagle's at the top of the box. Missed kick by Nick. Regan will save it from being corner kick, and it's a throw. Nice job by Will. Short throw in, played back to the thrower. Chip shot up.
Cross up.
Regan
Dangerous
misses the
ball.
head.
Bobby takes it cleanly. Maybe the ankle doesn't hurt that bad.
Shake it off. We got ice. That was Joe Hilf again from North Attleboro on that head ball into Bobby. Regan with the nice head ball, follows it up with the old knee shot, and it's out to midfield. And now a run down the right side, but North can't quite get there. North a little more even with the play this half. They were certainly outplayed in the first half.
Interesting to see how this goes down to the end of the game. Neither team's really subbed all that much. North's only played, I think, a 2, maybe 3, and same thing on the Foxboro side. So, good to see who's got the stamina, who's got the, who can go for the full 80 minutes. Because no one's given up, and everyone's going hard to the ball on both sides. You see every ball is contested.
Cusack looking for Kelly, didn't quite work. Garcia takes the clearance, looking around, finds Kelly, who comes to the ball, back to Garcia. Beagle's open over there, and Cusack gets the ball, now to Beagle. Nick's gonna try another attempt, bringing it up, finds Caffell again, coming across now, can't quite roll over the ball to his right foot. Tough playing that left side with the right foot. Hussein always got to bring it over to that right foot, not always easy to do. Joe Cusack on the ball. Regan, Beagle.
Swinging it across.
Beagle strong through the ball in the attack. Dangerous there. Skipped over the North Attleboro center back foot, but Foxboro couldn't quite run onto it quicker than the keeper, who came out aggressively off his line.
Well, yeah, you were trying to push that through, but also North was holding that line, so nobody could really get a run on it. Kind of had to hold up and hope that, there's a little bit too much on it and just couldn't get to it.
Garcia sky high in that one. Gets plowed underneath, comes down on his back, but he's another tough scraper, Matt Garcia. Gives a thumbs up. Takes a second to collect himself before North takes a kick. Kelly finds that one.
It's a big part of Ryan's game. He's probably the top aerialist on the team.
Down in the North Attleboro corner, try a clearance, but Cusack reads it and keeps it in play. Finds Kelly, looking for Moses, knocked out by North. I think Coach Franchino called his second half time out there. Heard him at the end of the first half really challenging his captains. Tight game, end of the season game, unbeaten in 6, wanted to keep the momentum going. And he was really calling for all his guys and his captains especially to lead to a strong finish here. As you said, North seems to want it equally.
Yeah, no one's given up here. Every ball's been contested. You'll see it whenever the ball's in the air. Sometimes at this point in the season, you start seeing one team that just sort of wins every ball, but we're not seeing that tonight. Tonight, every ball is contested, and both teams are going hard. And they're moving the ball around a lot. I mean, both of these teams play possession, swing the ball from side to side. Just took a quick look down by the Foxboro bench there. Cam Cask got his shoe off, so I think we've seen the last of Cam this evening. Hopefully that's not too serious. Just a precaution to pull him out, save him for the tournament.
And at the same time, Harrison with a little limp back toward the net. So got Brian Gardner into the game now. He's in the back in front of Ron Gion. Still have Garcia on the right, Regan on the left. So it looks like Coach Franchino's going to a little more defensive lineup at this point. 16.5 minutes remaining. Ball's pinballed around right in front of the North Attleboro keeper, but Foxboro can't find the foot. Caffell, back heel attempt. Couldn't find Kelly. So now I think Ron Gioni goes more into that traditional sweeper position behind a center back, Gardner, left back, Regan, right back, Garcia. 4 midfielders, 2 forwards. So Moses is off. The rest of the players the same. Cusack surveying. Garcia making a run. Nice dummy by Barrera. Garcia, let's see if Foxborough can do it right here. Nice move. Fighting hard in the box. Can't quite get through the third. Made it past 1 or 2. Forcing the play out now. Barrera's trying to cut it off. North with the play. And they knock it out of bounds. Nice individual effort, Matt Garcia.
Yeah, it's amazing to see what he can do since let's say against players who maybe are slightly larger in stature than he is. He does not quit. He will not quit.
Garcia now into Barrera, back to Garcia, looking across, Beagle's there. Chooses to try to bring it back towards Barrera, but can't quite control it. Ball's coming down, Brian Gardner beating his man, knocks it out. Gives Foxborough time to get back. Limited substitutions, like you said, Pete. That's been coach's style. Looks like it applies to North as well. Long throw down. Garcia gets to it. They call a dangerous play on Matt Garcia. High kick. That's a tough call because that gives an indirect kick to North Attleboro. See if Garcia gets his boot up in the face of the other player.
It was close. I'm not sure I would have called that, but it depends on the angle that the ref is at. It looks like the other player's face is closer to his foot. I guess you call that.
So Barrera and Garcia will make a two-man wall. Harrison's in the back of his net. Rest of Foxborough's up on top of the box. Important that Foxborough clear this one.
Yeah, this is a dangerous place to have a free kick.
Ball's played in low. Skipper couldn't see it. Blocked by the North Attleboro team. We'll get a look on replay, but kind of saw that one coming, didn't we?
Yeah, that's one of the worst places to have a free kick. You don't know if the player can put a shot on net. You can put a shot on net, put it across.
Over the top of the wall, lands right at the feet of all the players, and North just happens to get a foot on it.
Get a little deeper. Pink.
It's unfortunate, gives North Attleboro the 1-0 lead with a little under 14 minutes left to play. We'll see how Foxborough responds. Coming off a tough call against Matt Garcia's high kick. But as you said, Pete, that's a tough spot to defend.
Long throw into the corner.
Garcia and Rangione chase. Gardner steps into it, gets it up to Barrera. Barrera looking for Vandenboom. Nice ball. Shane's got a nice touch on it, but can't get around the North Attleboro player. Now Beagle to Kelly to Vandenboom. Keeper way out of his net. Wins a throw for Foxborough. Barrera gives it to Vandenboom. Tries to flick. Cusack's got it. Regan now takes it to space. Nick Beagle hits the post and it comes back to the keeper. Unlucky.
Have it. Nice
Beagle.
one touch.
Nice one touch. Far post right back at the keeper who smothers it.
Half an inch to the right, that's a goal.
See if Foxborough continues with the urgency here. Under 12 to play. North Attleboro is going to bring in 4 fresh bodies to try to thwart the Foxborough comeback. Balls with Shane Vandenboom in the corner. Trying to get away from 2 defenders. Regan steps in. Still fighting for possession. Beagle gets it to Vandenboom. Vandenboom looking for Kelly, and they earn another corner. Foxborough has to convert one of these corners. Dylan Barrera over the ball again. Plays it in near post, won by a North Attleboro head. Cusack's fighting for it. Can't win it. Rangione to Beagle. They can't get around Regan. Back to Beagle. He gets intercepted. Rangione goes forward. Brian Gardner goes backward. Nice play by Gardner over to Regan, and now there's some space. Cusack looking. Garcia's open on this side. Garcia's trying to beat him around the corner. Well defended by North. Cusack steps in, takes it back. He's got Beagle looking to make space. Gives it off for Kelly, looking back for Beagle. Chance here. Well defended, but right onto the foot of a Foxboro player, and they bury it with 10-14 left in the half. Pete, I couldn't see who it was.
I didn't either. It's a nice movement, though, back and forth. A lot of triangle passes, give and go.
We're relying on our guys, Scott Daniels and Mike Weber, for the replay. There's Kelly back to Beagle. Beagle was well defended. It came right out to Hussein Kafel, senior. Kafel, far corner.
And he one-touched it. You don't see that much with Hussein.
Big goal by number 17. Tough from our vantage point with 4 substitutions coming on in front of us. Apologize for not giving you the real-time call, but thanks to Scott and Mike for the replay in the truck. More importantly, nice effort by Foxborough. Now they have to play strong. Regan steps on the ball, clears it up, but no one there for Foxborough. Put right back in. Regan says, I'll take it again then. Couple of chests down to the ground. Tripped up and gets the call. Another guy with not a lot of stop, Will Regan. Go, go, go. Pretty sure that was Kafel on that goal. Sure hope we called it right.
Yeah, that was definitely Hussein. No, that definitely won't.
But you're right, Pete. There's a lot of give and go and nice passing that led to that. Nick Beagle, strong runs up the middle in the last 5-10 minutes to give Foxborough some opportunities. Ryan Kelly comes away from the corner with the ball. Ryan's driving toward the net. Foxborough's got some jump in their step now. Ryan Kelly puts it just outside. Keeper has to make the lunging save. Here comes another corner kick. Foxborough would like nothing better than to keep this momentum going and get another one right now.
Yeah, just about the entire Foxborough squad is pulled up. Everybody's inside the 30.
Barrera far post.
Let's see if they can keep this in.
Kelly up in the air. Regan with the ball. And I think it's Joe Cusack on the ground. Kelly shouldered him off. Was able to come back, give and go. Kelly, tough look. Saw the high right corner. Nice save.
You better cool off.
And right now the attention is on the field for, I think it's Joe Cusack.
It is Joe. Get the trainer coming out, so hopefully he's all right, but he went down hard.
Means nothing.
Joey's up. Good sign.
Be smart, Andrew. Be smart.
North Attleboro coach asking his team to be smart out there. This game not as important as the next one. Doesn't want to lose a player. Got a replay coming now. See what happened on that play. Ball's up. Ryan Kelly goes up for it. Cusack's down right in front of Ryan Kelly. I think he just may have caught an arm or an elbow up near the forehead. Didn't look like anything intentional. Ball's back in play. Gardner at the head. Kelly heads again. Foxborough wants to keep going with this pressure. Regan wins the ball. And North knocks it out of play. Coming down to 8 minutes left, 1-1. Foxborough and North Attleboro knotted in the final game of the regular season. Regan puts in a big ball cross. And one of the Foxborough forwards was offside.
I think he called that on Barrera.
You good? Yeah, come on, let's go.
Joe Cusack hopping right back out, ready to come back on the pitch. Garcia up.
Good, George. Find one.
Gardner on his man. Regan in chase. Ball's coming back across, but nowhere near the front of the net. Sails out for a goal kick. Chris Amiable got some field time there while Cusack was out. Chris has been a good fill-in player. While we're at it, shout out to some of the other fill-in players for the Foxboro squad. Daniel Lowy, Billy Ozone, Daniel Basler, Nick Esposito, Joe Costa.
Nice flick on there.
Under 7, 1-1. Great game here at Sam Burns Field.
Little cross goes up.
Bobby comes out strongly for it.
Get high. Win right. That's you.
Bobby puts it up. Cusack's back on the field. Nick Beagle, nice chest, under control. Looking for Kelly. To Cusack. Can't quite get it under control for Caffell. Regan hustling.
We've got a collision there.
Yeah, they're calling it against Will Regan. He and the North Attleboro player battling for the ball up in the air.
Yeah, I think that's because the North Attleboro player had position and got run into.
So North Attleboro with a chance to put it back into a dangerous spot. Bobby Harrison way out of his net looking for one he can handle.
Nice ball.
But Matt Rongione gets his head on it. North back. Ball played down. Garcia foot on it. And up out of danger. And now Ryan Kelly with a head of steam. Ryan just a little strong, a little excited. Great game coming down to the wire here between these two squads, number 1 and number 2.
And it's been even the whole way, so it's not surprising that these are the two top teams in this division.
A little push down to Joe Cusack there. This time Foxborough will get a chance to put one into a dangerous spot. Would love to see a goal here. On senior night with the crowd, place would go wild. Dylan Barrera on the ball.
It's at far post.
Beagle couldn't quite get his head on it and skipped past Kelly and Caffell.
And the goal kick coming back out.
Breno Silva, Casey Blair, Brady Gardner, some of the other players who've gotten time this year and done a nice job for Coach Franchino, giving him the depth that's allowed this team to succeed. And we got a stoppage in time here. Had to get a ball out of the crowd and push the crowd back just a little bit. Under 5, 1-1. Keep an eye on the number 8s. We've talked about them before. Penhenkos for North Attleboro and Kelly for Foxboro. Both have played a great, strong game. Cusack steps in front of the North Attleboro player to win the ball, cuts it back nicely, finds Beagle coming up through the middle. This has caused trouble in this half for North Attleboro. Over to Hussein Caffell, but ball's taken off of his foot. Regan wins it, over to Beagle again, back to Cusack, and over to Garcia. Foxboro under control. Ball's kept in by North Attleboro. Garcia's in the race. Finds Rongione. Plays it up to a nice flick by Shane Vandenboom. Hussein's running on it. And Coach Franchino, a little frustration arm in the air after that play by Hussein.
Yeah, again, I mean, you like to see the aggressiveness, but you got to play the ball. You can't just play the body first.
Ball's up in play. Rongione wins it. Gardner gets a foot on it. Up to Shane Vandenboom. Settles nice. Looking for Kelly. Good chance here. Puts it out to Barrera. Dylan holds it in space. Looking to make a move. Gets around his player. Serves it up in front. Joe Cusack's there. So is Shane Vandenboom. Great individual play. Dylan Barrera around the outside defender. Here it is, the move we're talking about. Around the defender, and then a nice low ball to Cusack. Goes right by Cusack, right to Vandenboom, and I think he got clipped in the ankle.
So they got a corner out there, so let's see if they can keep it going.
Nick Beagle puts a foot on it. Will Regan's up at the top of the box from his defensive spot. Offsides. North Attleboro's been effective with that quiet sneak up. And as you can probably hear in our headset, North Attleboro coach with the timeout with 2.5 minutes to go.
So he used that timeout just to make a sub. He didn't actually want to pull the tape.
Gives both teams a chance to regroup for a minute, catch their breath.
He uses his timeout to get a sub in.
Just a little over 2 minutes left to go. This is going right down to the wire.
Okay, North with the ball back in play. Puts it up midfield. Brian Gardner wins it to Hussein Kafel. Kafel to Kelly. Kelly's got some space. Looking for Barrera, didn't quite work. Gardner's in a foot race. Rangione's there. Rangi to Cusack. Trying to get it over to Beagle, but that didn't connect. Brian Gardner reads and intercepts. Ball's up towards Barrera, tries to save it off of the North player. Fortunate for Foxboro. Matt Garcia will take the throw. Puts it into Beagle, tries to turn. He's got it on his left foot, hits a strike at the keeper. Will take any shot at this point, under 2. Ball rolled out to the right side. Will Regan steps nicely, intercepts. Kafel. Kafel gets taken down. Everybody's going forward except for 2 for Foxboro. Barrera's going to set the ball. Regan swinging around the front. Probably looking Ryan Kelly here. Ryan Kelly, Nick Beagle. They're both sitting far post. They're coming toward the ball. So it's a little strong. Kelly could get there, just couldn't get it going forward.
Yeah, it was close.
So we're on officials' time now. Can't really give you the final countdown here in this one. Both teams knotted at 1. Everybody's on their feet, both sides. Everyone's into the game. Great game to bring you on Foxboro Cable Access. Matt Garcia now knocks it out off the North Attleboro player. Foxboro would like to keep it down in the North Attleboro end for the rest of this game. Barrera delays until Garcia makes a run. He gets taken down. So Dylan Barrera, one more chance to put it up into a danger spot.
Nice ball.
Looking for Beagle, can't find it. North gets it. Kafel trying. Ball's put up. Foot race, Rangione's in position.
Regan comes all the way from the other side.
Yep, well done. Ball's played back in. Brian Gardner puts it up. Beagle gets his head to it. Regan steps aggressively. Kafel with the ball. Clogged up. Still going forward. And now here comes North. Head of steam. Head of steam. Gardner steps in. Well done. And now he's got a step. Look at him go. A little strong. Off the North player. Kafel will take the throw. Finds Will Regan. Regan's making a run. finds Cusack, out to Garcia. Back to Cusack with space. Turns forward. Little flick to Beagle. Beagle looking, wheeling and dealing. Puts it out for Barrera. Can't get there.
Just a bit outside. But nice movement. Nice moving the ball around.
Here's Beagle, outside top of the box. Saw Dylan, just a little much on it. That's okay. Good effort. Keep the ball in the north end. This one's flicked on. Ranj is there. Gets his touch on it. Can't quite keep it in, and there's the whistle.
That's the game. That's the game. It was a great game. These are two very evenly matched teams. Really no surprise that they're at the top of the league. And great to see a good game. Really great to see a good game here at the end of the year.
Sure was. One heck of a game here on senior night, the final regular season game of the 2017 season. As Pete said, you really couldn't ask for a better game. Two evenly matched teams. The first one, a 1-0 win to North, and this one, a 1-1 tie. So Foxboro will finish the 2017 regular season with a record of 9 wins, 4 losses, 3 ties, and 21 points in the division. An overall record of 10, excuse me, did I say that right? Not 9, excuse me, 8 wins, 4 losses, 4 ties. I wanted to give them the win. 8 wins, 4 losses, 4 ties for 20 points in the division. And overall a record of 10 wins, 4 losses, and 4 ties, 24 points. Great season, regular season, and of course, we're on to the tournament.
Yeah, setting up for a tournament. It'd be interesting to see who they draw. As you mentioned, the first game won't be till probably next Friday, but it could even go into the following week. This is their last game of the season. North Attleboro actually plays their regular season finale this weekend, I believe. It's against their traditional rivals, Attleboro, so that's a big game for them. So still a few teams to play, so we'll find out about tournament seedings next week, early next week.
Well, Pete, thanks for joining me for the second half. I appreciate it.
It's always fun. Appreciate you having me in.
We congratulate Coach Franchino and his squad on a very enjoyable and successful regular season. Thank the boosters, athletic director here, Rich Cormier, and his crew setting up the field. And finally, and most importantly, Michael Weber from Foxboro Cable Access and his crack team, Scott, Matt, our volunteers on the cameras, Chris Lowy, Tim Hogan, and others, all who brought today's soccer to you, JV earlier, varsity today. Thank you for watching Foxboro High School Boys Soccer 2017 season. Have a good night.